the defendant refrain from any contact with the officer in this case, Officer Mike Hoffman of the Missoula Police Department. The reason being is that, Your Honor, if I may approach with some posts that the defendant has posted on his social media that the state has gathered to bring to the court's attention.
Thank you.
This copy would be good.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, Your Honor, while the state recognizes there is a First Amendment right to state what we would like, I would like the court and the defendant to be aware that actual threats are not protected speech. The state's concern is that following the allegations in this case from initial appearance, it appears that there is, to the slightest, at least degree, there's some animosity that's being projected onto these posts. Those are just the ones that are on Facebook. There are some additional ones that are on his TikTok, which the state is currently obtaining now. These statements have brought the officer in question in this case with some pretty distinct fear of the defendant carrying out the statements that he's making. While right now the state is continuing to investigate that, we want to ensure that there are conditions in place that will ensure the officer's safety while he remains out of custody.
And those conditions are?
I specifically would like the court to consider a condition that he have no contact whatsoever with this officer. I do recognize that there would be an exception if there was an officer response that was instigated, and this officer tends to be the person that responds, that would not be a violation. But we do want the court to at least have a condition of release in place that places the officer's protection for community safety to the forefront, being specifically that he had no contact with Officer Hoffman, specifically even when he is off duty, if he's recognizable in public.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor, just no additional conditions of release other than what the court would see fit in any ordinary case of this nature.
Ms. Bryant, you are in a position if you would like to speak on your own behalf. This is not a time to dispute the charges or go into depth or detail about them. Anything at this time you would like to say?
Yes, ma'am. I would like to say that as a staff sergeant of Joint Special Forces with an honorable discharge in 8 years of service, I am extremely disappointed at my own treatment by my city that I was born in. And that's all I'd like to say.
At this point, you are gonna remain out of custody on your own recognizance. That always could be changed at a later date should there be any violations of these release conditions, meaning or indicating that you are to obey all laws, and that's any other release conditions that may be imposed in any other courts. You must appear at your scheduled court appearances. Failure to appear without prior authorization from the court is grounds for the issuance of a warrant or possibly the loss of your jury trial rights. Secure and stay in contact with your attorney. I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you. You'll need to turn in the public defender application within a week so that they can begin processing your information. The court clerks will be able to submit that form for you, or not submit, but provide you that form. You're to notify the court and your attorney if there's any changes in your contact information. You are not to have any contact with Missoula Police Officer Hoffman. Your next court date will be on October 28th, 2025 at 10 a.m. And I just want to confirm, Mr. Zeke, that there was no alcohol or drugs involved in the situation or the allegations. I don't see anything on the citations.
Your Honor, this case originated in Charlie B's bar. There inevitably, just by virtue of where it was, could be some alcohol or intoxicants, but it does not seem that the investigation had anything to do with an alcohol intoxication, as far as the state's aware right now.
There is a man's. All right, excellent. You do not have to go back to jail to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
I find that posts like this are disturbing. I hope that you will cease to write those or allow anybody else to write those, and that you would do such a thing as just walk away or close your mouth, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you
I just
agree
hope
to-
that I don't get beat up again.
Can you agree to these release conditions that I just imposed?
Yes, ma'am. I have no care for Officer Hoffman. I don't give a shit about
You will not cuss in my courtroom, or I will charge you with contempt and have you taken out of this courtroom in custody.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Bryant, I will treat you with respect, but you will treat my courtroom with respect as well.
Yes, ma'am. I don't
Thank you.
care about Mr. Hoffman.
I'm gonna ask that you sign these conditions of release, which you'll then get a copy of in the clerk's office, and you'll also get a copy of the public defender referral form. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Your next court date will be on October 28th at 10 a.m. in this courtroom.
Roger that.
Thank you.